Welcome to the ratings, rankings, reputation panel here. We've got a couple really exciting guests who are going to share some experience with you. Before we get started, my name is Jameson. I'm the Web Services Training Coordinator at RE/MAX Western Canada. So I'm going to get to moderate this little panel here, and we're going to talk really about online reviews and reputations, but we're going to sort of focus in particular on a new platform that RE/MAX Western Canada has signed a marketing agreement with, which is RankMyAgent. Ontario Atlantic in the East has also signed an agreement with them, so you're going to start to hear and see more of RankMyAgent. So what we're going to do here is we're going to hear from each of our panelists. We're going to hear from Anil and Rita, who are actually from RankMyAgent. We're going to hear from the Stone Sisters, who are from Kelowna, who have been using RankMyAgent for a little while and have actually incorporated the reviews, and they're going to share some of their successes with you. And then we're going to hear from Shami at the end. Shami is the broker out of the Edmonton, Alberta office, right? And in River City. Not Edmonton, BC. We got that fixed, right? Okay, so I just want to quickly talk about what Valerie mentioned there at the end of her presentation. She started talking about these different groups of people that are sort of facing the technology. And you saw the slide that she had up on the screen there that was the Tesla dealership. We actually saw one of those when we were driving over here today. And she mentioned that those people are really consultants. And I think that really rings true, especially with the reviews here, because what I see is three different groups of agents and brokers out there. We seem to have these, did you know that like 70% of membership in NAR last year sold one home each or something like that? So you've got this big chunk of membership that's not selling a lot of real estate. So that's one group. We've got this group who are the new sort of keen agents who are trying to adapt to the technology, and I consider those to be the facilitators. And then we've got these top agents, these agents who are really the sort of top 1%, and they are the consultants, right? And the consultants that take advantage of online reviews are going to do really well. The facilitators that find a way to make it work are going to do really well, and those who aren't willing to embrace it are going to have a little bit more trouble, which is a big cross section. Today here, though, we've got the top 1%, right? Okay, so what we're going to do here first for the first 15 minutes is we're going to hear from Anil and Riti from RankMyAgent. So Anil Verma is the Chief Marketing Officer of RankMyAgent. His core experience in digital strategy, business development, and online marketing has allowed him to develop the online strategy for FL, launched 2 startups in consumer product space, and currently executing the go-to marketing approach for RankMyAgent. Anil possesses a Bachelor of Commerce and an Ivy MBA. Riti is the founder and president of RankMyAgent. RankMyAgent is the online platform that connects the real estate agents with brokers and brokers with consumers. RankMyAgent is an online platform looking to strengthen relationships and amplify the professional brand and establish trust. RankMyAgent is the realization of Riti's passion for technology, real estate, and entrepreneurship. She comes from a strong technology background, having spent over a decade innovating creative solutions in emerging technologies. She's an agent herself, who began her real estate career in the RE/MAX network. Riti holds a keen insight into the changing landscape of the real estate community. So without further ado, Riti and Anil.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just going to be looking for a clicker. It's an absolute pleasure being here today, and thank you so much for your participation. I know we're competing with the Jays game out there, and yay for Toronto. So I hope there's some kind of victory parade on Yonge Street today, because it's long overdue, even though it's a stepping stone to the big prize here, I guess. Today we'll be talking about reviews and how you can use the power of reviews to build your real estate business. Obviously, as Chris mentioned, we have esteemed guests in the form of the Stone Sisters, obviously, and Shami, who will talk from a more practical perspective, and we'll dive into how we build that platform, what's contained in that platform, and also what was the precedence that led to building that platform based upon the importance of online reviews. So what we'll do in terms of the structure of the presentation itself, I'll talk about some of the key stats that really provide that precedence, that importance of online reviews, and dive into some of the numbers that we see online in terms of usage, in terms of what is the absolute number of customers that are looking for these reviews. And then we'll get into the practical side of things, and Riti will also get into the build of the platform. So in terms of the reviews itself, word of mouth is pretty much now moved to an online space. Reviews are everywhere. We are pretty much embedded into the review platform. We're embedded into the psyche of reviews. We're embedded into using those reviews in our overall search and buying behavior. Let's just, for example, take our recent trip to Victoria as an example. So a large majority of you, I'm sure, in some shape and form, use reviews in terms of the planning process for your trip out here. This could have been in the form of looking at airlines, looking at fares in terms of what options you had there. It could have been in the sense of looking for which were some of the best hotels based on different filters that you employed in the Victoria region. Also, it could have been the restaurants that you wanted to check out here in terms of your restaurant selection on a site like yomato.com, which is very restaurant review heavy. So you can pretty much get a sense of how reviews play out in an everyday search and buying behavior perspective, how they're intertwined with our everyday search process, and how we employ reviews on an everyday basis. In terms of stats, you can see that 90% of customers read online reviews to validate it before making a buying decision. 92% of those customers trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations. And here's the data that shows the number of reviews customers read before trusting a business. So the sweet spot is roughly around 4 to 6 reviews, whereas at that number, you capture 70% of the customer trust factor in terms of the sheer number of views that you need to have to make sure that you're presenting a solid case for yourself. Just in terms of the reviews itself, yesterday I came across a platform that I was reading about, and it's a new dating app, and it was called The Grade. And it's basically an app that allows you to submit reviews based on the people that you've dated. So you can see actually that, yeah. So it is to a large extent, it could be viewed as a stretch, but at the same time it shows you how wired we are in terms of the trust factor that we have for online reviews. It's not, we don't want to take it to that extent, and I think it's going overboard in some areas, but at the same time you can see actually that word of mouth has moved online, and we are here to see online reviews. And what we need to show now is how we have built a platform such as RankMyAgent that allows you to generate leads, use the power of reviews to build your reputation and build your online profile. And Riti will now get into the details of RankMyAgent, the various components of RankMyAgent, and how we have built a feature-rich platform that allows users such as brokers, such as Shami, and agents such as the Stone Sisters that use this platform to build their online businesses, and especially obviously in the real estate space. So over to Riti, who will come and talk about more of the features.
Thank you so much, Anil. Hi, everyone. Great to be here. So as Anil mentioned earlier, RankMyAgent is certainly built to help you leverage your reviews and to help build leads for yourself. It certainly has been made for that reason. And the very first thing that you do when you get onto RankMyAgent is you create that account and you go into your settings area. And within the setting areas, you write your unique proposition of why someone would be, picking you as an agent. We have features in RankMyAgent that basically allow you to be matched to certain neighborhoods. So you list the areas that you specialize in, you list the specialties, designations that you have, and you build this very rich profile so that when consumers come on to the site, they can learn more about you and they certainly seek out more reviews. So now I'm going to show you the agent virtual office. Now, as soon as you log in, you will be taken here, and this is where you will be looking at your agent tracker to see how agents in your area are performing against you, so you can really, gauge the performance in your area. You would also see an area where you can see all your reviews, and you would be given the ability to respond to your reviews. We certainly do encourage you to respond to each and every review, as it does show professionalism. You can also see your tracker and also the various metrics of how you're performing within the surveys that are submitted by your clients. All the surveys that are submitted are based on firm or closed transactions that do occur on the site, and everything is verified by you. We also do show you those reviews. We check with you on those transaction addresses. So how do you go about requesting reviews? Very simple. You should really build this into your process. Just at the firm of a transaction, use the review requester we have built in here for you, and just put in the email address of your client, and this email will go out branded with your details, your photograph, and it only takes your clients about 5 minutes to do this survey. Very painless, very quick, efficient, and a great way for you to collect data on how you can improve and enhance this business. The surveys are composed of simple 7 sliders and a qualitative area. The sliders basically are, we ask your client to rank you between 0 to 5 on neighborhood knowledge, experience, professionalism, negotiation skills, property knowledge, communication skills, and contact expectations. We also ask them to provide a lot of great content, which actually provides very good SEO for you. So I'm going to show you how that content will help you with Google search results and help you with online visibility. I think Valerie also kind of touched on this today about how we need to do a better job with online visibility. Now, we do ask your clients to submit the address of the property and also when it happened. All these factors are put into consideration because the last thing we want is your competitor or someone who doesn't really like you to slander you. This site has been built to actually get you recognized, to help build business for you. It certainly is very professional, and it's used to generate more business. This is the broker virtual office. As you can see, online repetition is not just for the agents. It really does reflect on the brokerage on a whole. And whatever your agents are doing in the community, people are still talking about it, but you really need to be on the pulse of this. If you're really going to catch the wave in the future, you need to know how your agents are doing. And RankMyAgent allows you as a brokerage to monitor that. You can track your agents. You can track how they're performed on reviews. You can see how your brokerage is performing against others in the area so that you know how your brokerage actually stacks up. And certainly you can respond to the reviews and you can show that professionalism as well. So we have the RankMyAgent review, and there's a lot you can do with this review. It's not just a review, it actually gets syndicated off to Facebook. It goes onto your own website. It can go onto the corporate brokerage website, and it can go onto Twitter. So each time a review is published on our site, it gets sent off to all of these areas, and automatically more people find out about you. And with Twitter, certainly, your circle does understand what a great job you're doing. So we have here the power of Google rankings. So not only does RankMyAgent, collect these reviews, it also helps you with Google rankings. We've seen that agents that are just new to the site and they get a couple of reviews in, 1 or 2 reviews into the site, within like a day we see that all of a sudden you search for their name and reviews, which is very common for anyone who's doing their research when they're calling you in for a listing presentation. They're going to be checking on you, and when they do, this is what helps you. the RankMyAgent reviews that help build that online profile. We do have partnerships with Remax of Western Canada, Lone Wolf, and Remax Integra. So certainly we do have a special offer for you guys, and we are at the trade show today and tomorrow. Looking forward to connecting with you guys and seeing how we can help you grow your business. Thank you. I'll pass it on to the Stone Sisters team.
Thank you very much, Riti. So how many people here have used an online review recently? How many people for this trip to Victoria? You don't go on a Google search for your hotel? A couple people, right? More and more often we're starting to use these reviews. I know that when I went down on a trip to San Francisco recently and I had to order pizza, which, admittedly isn't the same as selecting a realtor, but that's the go-to thing, right? Is you put in pizza in the city that you're in and you look for the one with 22 five-star reviews or whatever it is. So these reviews, the public and consumers really do seem to respect and believe these reviews that they're reading. So thanks very much.
Get started with RankMyAgent by calling us at 1-800-615-5978 or emailing us at support@rankmyagent.com. RankMyAgent.com. Real estate simplified. Homeowners satisfied.